Welcome back to another edition of SacTown Movie Buff Television. Once again, it's your host, Kier the Critic. And today in the studio, we have director, actor, writer, producer, director, Rob Gore and John Demakas. How you guys doing today?
We're doing great. Good to see you.
Well, good. It's good to have you guys on the show. I know you guys made that phenomenal film, Remember, which was a last year project, but did play in our festival earlier this year. So, yeah, great
Oh, and
direction.
it was so great in your festival. Let's just plug you right away. Your festival at the IMAX, it's amazing seeing your film, no matter what it is, a short film or a feature film, seeing it on the screen in the IMAX. I always joke, we get to see John's head in giant size.
Never looked bigger, never looked more clear.
And you're looking up his nostrils.
It was so clear. It sounded so good. That's the way to show it.
Here that we realized, and I realized as the editor and everything, is the sound.
Yeah.
I mean, you really hear
the picture and the sound, and that's kind of why we do it there. It's just because it's the best quality of sound and picture.
But you hear all the background sounds and everything. So in our film coming out now, we have a new film coming out, Love Wins.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, I think about your festival in the IMAX and the sound and everything. So when I was editing and doing the sound for Love Wins, I really got the headphones on and I'm really meticulously listening to all those background sounds and making sure that all that ambient sound is put back in and everything, because I'm hoping that we're back in the your festival again this year.
The odds are always in your favor. We love film.
So it's going to be at the IMAX, so I know all those little sounds have got to be in there to make that film.
We're looking
and then he gets a rejection letter as soon as
I know, right? In about 2 hours.
Yeah.
We know
check
where
your email.
So
so let's take it back a step. I'll start with you, Rob. How did you get into directing, acting? I know you're SAG, but how did you get involved in that initially?
Yeah, well, I've been doing this a very long time. I think I'm on my 43rd year in professional entertainment and film and television and theater. And much like, other people, you start young, when you're in, grade school or high school. I always joke that I auditioned for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And, the auditions were at night and everything, so I was a little, tired and everything. So I remember yawning at the audition, and they said, "Hey, you're sleepy, huh?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm a little tired." They said, "No, we're casting you as sleepy." And so I was actually cast as sleepy as a little.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that was kind of, I think gets you started. You get that bug, when you're in school, and so shout out to all the drama teachers and junior highs and in high schools and how they influence young people growing up to go in it and then going off, and then. Eventually I, went to Hollywood, went to L.A. to try to be an actor.
Right.
And struck around there. I was just telling John, one of the first films I was in, big films, was Soul Man.
Okay.
With C. Thomas Howell.
I remember
because
that.
James Earl Jones just died.
Oh, yeah. That's
and
right.
And I was really blessed that my first day on set was his last day on set. So I'm in a scene. I'm in the scene in the registration scene and everything. And James Earl Jones was there. And I remember at the end of the scene, they rapped James Earl Jones. And so that's a rap for, James Earl Jones. And then he sat there for about another, 10 or 15 minutes or maybe even longer, just talking to people and answering questions. And you could just close your eyes and hear Darth Vader. It's like, and I just go, I wish you were my father.
I wish I was Luke.
No disrespect.
Hope he doesn't cut off your hand.
Yeah. So that kind of, you get that buzz. I have some family.
Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Right.
So we get kind of, excited about it. And I have some family. My cousin was a stunt woman.
Okay.
And she was one of the original 8 women in the Stunt Women's Association. So, there's some background in that. And I was always enamored when I would see her in something.
For
She
sure.
did a lot of big films like Stand By Me and The Gauntlet and Metro with Eddie Murphy and stuff like that. She did that. And so when you would see her in stuff, or we kind of see her. She was in Airplane. I got to see her in Airplane. And you get enamored by that, and so
you got to pause free frame because she's like a stunt person.
Think,
so yeah,
and you think, wow, this is going to be really cool. And so that's, I think, how I kind of drifted more towards wanting to be in film and TV instead of theater.
Very cool.
Yeah.
John, I guess relatively the same question.
Yeah,
You're from the Bay Area.
I'm from the Bay Area. I actually got into theater in high school and didn't think I would ever get back into any type of acting ever again. And I guess it was about 10 years ago or so, I just had a really bad day at work. And I was thinking, if I could get into voiceover, that'd be fun. And then I started getting all these auditions for film, and I was thinking, well, I guess I could. And so I ended up going down for my first audition. I got the part. And so, there's nothing like being on set. It's just an incredible feeling.
Absolutely.
And I got the bug again. And so then as I, moved forward, I ended up looking into how to produce my own film. And, I had written music since the 80s, and so really enjoyed writing. And so it was kind of a natural progression to go from writing music into writing scripts, and wrote my first script for a short film, ended up producing it, got my SAG card from that. And I've kept writing, and I ended up getting cast by this gentleman on a project.
Oh, really?
And we've been friends ever since.
Yeah.
And got into producing, and we've done 3 together now.
Yeah.
And so we've got another one waiting in the wings. As soon as his schedule clears up, we're going to be filming again.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
nice.
and going back to my time in high school, all those folks that I was in drama with, still my friends. Some of them come see my productions. I actually got to tell my drama teacher from back then, Remember would not have been made if it wasn't for him and getting me into this and really finding a love for it. So,
Very cool.
Yeah.
So can you guys share a little bit about Love Wins real quick with us, or kind of what it's about?
Yeah,
or...
I always forget the log line, and every time I have to spit what the log line is for it, because it's that short little thing, and you think as the producer director I would remember what it is, and so it's kind of a, I don't really say it's a love story because you say love wins. It's kind of like a family thing where a girl's trying to honor her mother by starting a business, and she's struggling and has some rocky relationships and in her life, and it's kind of trying to find her way back home, you could say. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say it's like a spiritual thing. It's really finding your place and finding out really, what's important in life and who loves you.
For sure.
So, and in the end, we hope that it has a nice little message.
So a tearjerker then?
Yeah, a
Do we need
little
to bring
bit.
our
And,
tissues?
it's kind of like a take on the prodigal son story.
Okay,
So
yeah. Okay.
it's
But touching either way.
yes.
Yeah, and I think part of it is we I personally like making
that seems like
stories
that's the
that
kind of
that have a
films,
message and have
Right.
something that's kind of touches the heart or
Real
say
stories
something or real
about-
story.
right.
I mean, I'm not adverse to a good horror genre film or a good western or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just something about an underdog story or an overcoming the odds in life, and something that really touches people in what would be their normal life too. So
Sure,
this is Remember was the same way.
Right,
It was kind of a man getting fighting through dementia and his
Right.
daughter trying to reconnect, and so there's that. And what we found with that, and especially going to other festivals and stuff, is people really identified that everybody that we met really had somebody in their life that suffered
Sure.
from dementia in
Absolutely.
some way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so it was really one of those things that really kind of touched. And I don't know if Love Wins really has that overlying connection that everybody affects, but I think it really has a message in there, and tells a story that really affects a lot of people about life and family and love. And so we're hoping that we get that kind of same response, or
For
even
sure.
even more. We really want more. We do, dare I say, because John wrote Remember, and dare I say, we think this one is gone even more
Yes.
towards, a better film. Not
Yeah.
that we Remember did really well. We did
Right.
well in the festival circuit.
Right.
We won a number of awards, got a number of festivals, but we're really hoping this one. We think our production value went up even a little
Yeah.
bit more.
Takes it to the next
and everything.
level.
We hope
Yeah.
to go to the
And,
next
and that's
level.
kind of the goal, with every project you want to
Oh, yeah,
push
you wanna
a
do
little
better. You want to
yeah,
get a little
you
bit
want to
better.
make a
Same
better
with film
film.
festivals, same with
Yeah.
television shows, whatever it is, you want to get better or whatever it is. that
Well, like
you
I
do.
said, running Remember at the IMAX, and you hear that sound, you go, "Oh, I really." Not that I didn't pay attention to the sound and Remember,
Oh, but it's
you
very
go,
noticeable,
"Oh, wow,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
really noticeable on the IMAX."
Yeah, it'll pick
I
up all that.
really need to pay attention to all the background
Right.
noise, the ambient sound, and you have to put all that stuff in. Like traffic noise and the birds and
Right.
all the things you just think, I can get rid of. No. Like on the IMAX, I want to hear that bird chirping in the cars
absolutely.
going
Oh, for
by.
sure. Well, I think just the festival circuit in general is great because not just our festival, but multiple festivals, you get an idea of other films and
Yeah.
what other people are doing, and you can get inspiration from that. And, you can either see where your strengths are or maybe something that
Right.
you would do a little bit differently if you could do it again. So, for sure. And where's the first place that they can be able to watch Love Wins? Not my festival, so where's...
Yeah, it's going to be at a place called Sacramento Film Festival, and that'll be on, what is it,
October 11th. Yes, at the Crest Theater in Sacramento.
Theater. So that's our first
I'll be there.
That's our first festival. We're in that competition. So we won the Producers Award last year with Remember, and so like I said, we hope this one will be even better and better received. And like I said, I think our production value and all the elements, is better. So and then out onto the festival circuit, we've already submitted it to I think 44 festivals.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have about 5 or 10 more that's on our list that aren't open yet to submit. You know how that
Right.
works.
Yeah,
Chris.
for
So,
sure. Yeah.
so we're waiting for
And
those.
we've been
to
really
be,
blessed because we have an
Yeah.
incredible cast.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
everybody just fell into place, and
sure.
everybody is just so
Yeah.
perfect for the role that they have.
Very good stuff.
We're very lucky that we have an opportunity to work with the
Oh
folks
yeah, I
we're
think.
working with.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And once again, our cast and Remember was wonderful.
Yeah.
Right.
We had some incredible people, and
for
as
sure.
a director, I always feel that your actors really have to fit the parts.
Oh,
they just
100%.
have to, you
Yeah.
have to get the
You
right.
can't throw
actor,
anybody
right,
in a certain
right.
role, right.
And
Yeah.
I just think this one. I mean, I was, I cast it, and we had some last minute replacements, and those last minute replacements just turned out. I
Oh, they
think,
were a
even
gift.
better,
Yeah.
gift and better choices. But the level of talent that we have, and we're shooting under a SAG agreement, a union agreement, but the level of talent that we have, even with the non-union actors that are in there, is incredible. I really do think you're going to be impressed when you see it for the first time with the quality of acting that we have, and our lead actress, Jordan. Is just, this is really her first big film, and she just knocked it out of the park.
She
it's
did.
just, so we're excited to have everybody see. I'm excited everybody see that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's when you're a director and you're a producer, it's like your baby, and you
Right.
want everybody
Oh, for
to
sure.
see it.
You want everybody to, but you also want them to enjoy
You want
it as
every,
well.
but you
Yeah.
also want everybody that was part of it to really, get the praise,
Right,
and the
get their
accolades.
recognition,
even
and
our
they get other
music, Our music
projects,
score, is really incredible too. So I'm hoping that our composer for our music will get some recognition for this one too. Because
And
everybody
even the
did it.
script, I mean, the writer
Yeah.
Larry
Yeah,
Watson
Larry
did a
Watson.
great job
For
with
sure.
the story.
Yeah.
And talking to him, I mean, I've known Larry since first grade. We
Right.
go way back.
Right.
And even he was telling me, he says, you guys did something with this that I never pictured. And he says, it's so much better than what I wrote. So, I agree. I think that the folks that we brought in brought so much to the table with some of the performances. I mean, Marlon Canoli, I mean, he was amazing. Bon Connor, I mean,
For sure.
I can't say enough about this cast. It was
Very
amazing.
Good. Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well, before we let you go, if anybody wants to work with you in your next project, it's too late for Love Wins, but where can they find you? Where can they reach out to you?
I don't know. We're around, we're on social media. I have a production company called Dog in the Mirror Productions.
Okay.
So I do have a website. You can connect to me there, doginthemirror.net. I own the com and the org too, so if you screw up and put .com in, it still gets to me. So that's, production company-wise where you get to me. And we just, for us, we tend to work with a tight-knit group. We do add people when we need them, but we're looking for people that are going to be part of our, I don't want to say club, but part of our group that really work with our vibe. Because
sure.
we really enjoy having a good time while we're making.
No, you want to have like-minded people. with you, for
Absolutely.
sure.
And I mean, we've got, 5 or 6 things, waiting in the wings that we should be getting to in the next, 6 months to a year, maybe.
2 years, 5
So yeah, I mean, we got to plan out
Very
maybe
cool.
2 years and
Yeah.
with scripts, which is great. And you can find me at johndemakas.com, or you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, even Twitter. I'm not there very often, but John Demakas for any one of those. So yeah.
Sounds
I
good.
have a website too, robgore.net.
There you go.
Well, there
I
you
forgot
go.
about that. I'm
Yeah.
an actor too.
Yeah, robgore.net. Why you forget your website?
You
No.
think I would remember that?
Well, I thank you both for being on the show. Definitely looking forward to watching your film on the big screen. You just keep doing what you guys are doing. I love the types of real stories that you tell. So just keep doing that,
Thank
and
you.
I think you'll be just fine. So
Thanks, Gary.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you.
Thanks for the
absolutely. Thank
invitation.
you.
Yeah.